Hello, everybody. You're watching Pastor Michael, and I'm here today with the beginning of my free parter on depression. And I felt if I was going to talk to you guys about my walk with depression, I should start where it really came all full circle. Today, we're in the current room that I used to sleep in back during high school, where most of my depression really kind of culminated the most. It was during my sophomore year where I was suffering a lot of harassment and bullying from people that I had once called my friends there. It had all really started with someone that I was friends with during middle school. We had had a very close friendship, and we had had a falling out, and a lot of the backlash that came with it was rumors being spread about me and having a lot of hatred being towards around me. And it didn't really start to affect me, at least not that much, until I started to notice that a lot of the people that were now saying the things about me were people that I actually considered to be my friends at a point in time. And I feel that often when you become the victim of bullying in high school, it doesn't really just start out if it's just everybody hating you. It just kind of starts out with one thing being said and being told to somebody else, and then before you know it, you're the subject of this whole big thing, and you don't fully understand what's going on or why it's happening, but it's happened. And the more I dealt with this, the more I felt that I started to isolate myself from everybody because I couldn't really name on a finger who my real friends were at this time because of everything going on. And as I slowly felt things changing, I started to realize that I was in depression when I realized that it wasn't going away, because I didn't really know it was depression during this time. I'd always been kind of moody, and with everything going on, I figured it was just something that would pass away after maybe a couple days, or maybe just go home, sleep it off, feel better. But it went from me waking up in the morning and feeling this big pit of on my chest, like it was dread, and I would wake up with that, I would go to sleep with it, and it felt like there was just this big black cloud over my head every single day. And it just got so hard to wake up in the morning and go to school knowing that like I had a bunch of people I didn't even know wanting me to like get pushed right off the edge. And it just got worse and worse and worse, and there'd be days I would pray that it wouldn't get worse, and it would. And I remember there was just a point of time where I tried praying about it, but I was just so fed up and just so tired. And I just told God, I don't understand why you're putting me through this or why you're doing this to me. All I've ever tried to do was be the best Christian I could be, but you're not helping me. I'm going through this, and you don't seem to want to help. So if this is the kind of God you are, I don't want anything to do with you. And that was the last time I prayed for a number of months. And as I tried to kind of live my life without God and really just handle this the best way I could, it wasn't getting better. My grades were starting to slip because I wasn't really focusing anymore because the depression was really taking over. It got to the point where I couldn't eat because I was too depressed to eat, and I wasn't sleeping well. And at night was when it was the worst because my anxiety would be going completely insane. I would lay awake at night just staring up at my roof in pitch dark blackness, and I just kept hearing words and these voices, and it just felt like I was being mocked, and it would like drive me crazy. I would toss and I would turn, I would toss and I would turn, and it would get so bad I would just kind of get cold sweats, and I would just start scratching, and I would keep just scratching and scratching and scratching my skin, just trying to like make the pain stop, make the voices stop, make everything that I was feeling just go away, but it wouldn't. And it got to a point where I kept doing it, and I kept scratching one night till I broke my skin, and it was like in that in that moment I just felt some bit of peace because I had to focus on another pain that was finally not mental. And from that, it got to the point where whenever I felt that I had to deal with that, I would hurt myself. And whenever I would wake up now just to get for today, I would cut my arm, and to wake up in the morning, I would cut my arm, and it became in itself my own addiction, because it wasn't like I knew that things were going to get better. It was just knowing that I was in control of my own pain, I guess, that made everything seem better for me. And it feels so stupid now to think about that, because I can still look at the scar I have on my arm from that, but during that time, it was the only thing I felt giving me relief. And the scary thing about depression is just that you don't realize how deep in it you are until you find yourself finally being ready to jump off that ledge. And little did I know that not soon after this, I was going to be at that point. Stay tuned through the next few chapters as I continue my story, and I pray that through this I can help any of you dealing with depression and help you overcome it.